we're going to reassemble a SHARK IZ300ukt. Yep. Start by one of these grey buttons. Slot that in there. It wants to be pointing in the same direction, so as you can see, that one's all pointing in the same direction. And hold. Try and hold that in place. And again, we're trying to line it up where it's the same direction. What I'm going to try and do is, there we go, push down on there. We should be in line. Just going to double check it. Yep, it's all good. Okay, we'll put it in the unlock position. Right, that's that. Right. Got these two front wheels, they should just pop on. Obviously you can skip it, because you might not need to do all this, but that pad's squeezed. There we go. Do the same that side. I'm going to try and get it on as much to show you on the camera, but it's not always easy to get everything you want. I've got to see what I'm doing. Right, so that's that. Right, now that's done, we'll put the hose back on. And I like to just hold that in there. There we go, that's all gone back in. Engage. Right, these wires are all a little notch. Gently push these down. Oh no, you could see. Okay, they've gone down, so that's good. Right. Switch, what I call the upright switch. That's where the screw goes in, and that's where that little notch has to go. Okay, let's put back in, screws there. This is a little T10 screw. Hopefully that's the bit in here. There we go. Yeah, it's all good. What we're doing this back, we'll slot the wheels on. can take the caps off, push them in and then do that, but I don't really need to. They do go on there all okay. And on this one we've got T15 torque screw bit with the hole in the end. Sometimes the exact same model can have a T20 screw heads. They are not always the same screw heads. Right, here we go. Right, now we're going to go on to this. Reassembling the brush bar and everything. Right. This is always a little bit tricky bit. Got the pin. Got this little spring with the plastic. But yeah, you can see how that's gone in. There you go. You can just about make out. That slots in there. Right, springs at the top. Now how I like to do it is I like to slot that back in there. See how it's gone back in. And then it's just a little tricky, a little fiddly. But you sort of push that back. And as you can see, that little bit of spring's just poking out a bit, so I try and coax that back while pushing it down. And there we go. We're back in place. And once the brush roll back on, it should stay in that position fine. And we'll do that now. Trying to get it all in line. These sort of flashly go. Keep them flush. Right. Once again we're on this, trying to line the screw holes up, and also you've got to slot that just over that pin and that bit that we were just sorting out. And there we go, that springs, that's all in place. Yep, looks like it's here. This is T10. So these hand tight will be fine for this demonstration. There we go. There we go. All running freely. That's springing. Yep. Now all it is this rubber seal. Because it comes out, it can stretch a bit, so it's just trying to push a slightly longer seal back in place. That's good. That's all good. Right, that's that part. Now we're going to do this little cog. Right. There's a little notch out there, so that's, don't matter which way, universal. And before we put the screws in, there's going to be a little bit of wiggle room, so we should More twisting. There we go. Still see? Yeah, still on there. All good. Right, that's all done on the motor. We know the white should be that sort of, so yeah. The white should be top, black down the bottom. Before I actually put the screws in, I do like to get the belt on, because there is a little bit of wiggle room, so it makes it slightly easier. There we go, just trying to line the screws up. Whenever I do these up, I do them a little bit at a time. Get them in to start with. Yep. And there we go. All good. All good. There we go. All running nice and free. Right. Hopefully you haven't forgotten anything. Right. And when I've done this, took it apart, I did take the blue button off. For it should make it a little bit easier putting it back together. Just wiggling in. Gotta get it over that plastics, this plastics. And we're in. 1, 2, 3 screws to go down there. Still a 215, so that's good. There we go. Oh, we've got wonky. Right. Glad I checked that. Right now. There at the way, there at the way, there at the way. Put this board back on. I do prefer putting these 2 screws back in without the drill. Putting them on the drill does make it a bit awkward. There we go. And we got that. There we go. It's really close. Where the wires go to the upright switch to where the motor connector connects into. But we'll do that. I'm going to connect this back up now. We still, yeah. When I took this one apart, this was really quite stiff. See, there we go. Ease that one down. That's good. Now we can join the wires. Luckily the old joiners come off okay, so I can reuse them. Okay, twist them on. One down, two to go. Should be pretty obvious what I'm doing. I don't really need to close up on this. Just making sure that they're opened up enough to the wires can go back in. Like I said, luckily when I took this apart, they come off pretty good, so I can reuse them. There we go, all that's in. They all go back in the joiner, holder, housing, cover, keep. I don't know. I just know they're a little bit tight to get in sometimes. Persist and it will. Okay, I don't know why they're not. It should be that awkward. So we'll start it again. Nothing wrong with restarting. Choose it. 3. Oh, that's all good. I got these slightly different cable ties, but it will do the job. It will do. Perfectly good. Nope, not perfectly good. We'll get another. I'm having one of those days with the camera. I was on a video taking it apart and my memory was full halfway through, which was a bit annoying. Good, that's better. Is it just... Oh dear, oh dear. What happened? We'll try again. What did I cut? It's been one of those days. Anyway, you can skip this. It's pretty obvious what you've got to do. Right, that's on there, and I'm just gonna cut it there. There we go. You finally made it. I'm setting all this back in. The main bits you got to miss, not clog up, is that screw hole. And obviously these screw holes. As long as everything's missed that way, and don't forget the lights. And you should be all good. There's no exact science to how these go, they just got to sit in there. I see them all different ways. The main thing is the black and the white nicely sat there. Everything's out of the way. It does feel like something's in the way. That one's on, that one's on, that one's in. That's all good. See, we keep moving. Before we get any further, we'll put this this won't go down as one of my finest rulers. But it may help someone out who's struggling. Think positive. There we go. That's good. just going to push this button back on. Making sure the spring goes down in there. There we go. I just push that one down in there and it's all down, and that one just popped in. So that's good. The T-strips. Start at the front, push that right way up, and then just gently clips it round. And before putting all this down, tuck the back in, and then push it. That's all good. Same this way. Really push and get that seated in nicely. There we go. And then the back. Yep, that's flush. And clip it in. That's fine. Right, let's pop that one out because we've got 2 screws. But do the front, then the back, and then the rest. I must admit, hasn't been the cleanest rebuild. A little bit bugged up here. My taking apart video didn't make it. And annoyed that the camera keeps moving. But I will sort out for the next video. And we can pop the brush roll, roller, front soft brush, pop that under. Right. That's it rebuilt. Somewhere we have a motor. While I'm just finishing up, what I will suggest is when you're testing these and trying to figure out what the issue is, get rid of your wand. You don't need your wand. You can just connect directly into the... And the reason I say that is because sometimes it's the wand that's faulty. Nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with that. Once you connect it, it might work. So get rid of your wand before you start taking it apart. But let's try it. Well, there we go. I know it's not the best video, but hopefully it helps you somewhere. Thanks for watching.